Well, hey, welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a phenomenal week here over the past week. Friday morning, of course, incredible long side trading. I was focusing on long side trading and taking real money long side trading myself, and I hope that you saw the opportunities there as well. We'll take a look at that more in just a few moments. Sorry I haven't been able to do videos the last few days. I was traveling here for the companies and trying to get some wonderful new things going for you guys inside of Wealth Charts and beyond. So a lot of exciting new things coming your way. We'll talk about that more later as well. So as we kick off here for the weekend video, a couple key things I want to make sure that you know. I'm watching this very carefully now into Monday's session here. You'll notice that a lot of distribution kind of came in the backdrop. So we went ahead and Thursday we had a reverse inventory retracement bar. And what I would have liked to have seen is that just continue to really follow through to the upside. And we did see it at the open. So that led to, like I said, the long side trading there. But then as the day progressed there, people did not want to go ahead and hold over the weekend. There was a lot of heavy selling that came into that buying. Okay, so we've got some resistance in the backdrop here, as you can see. All right, so I'm going to be watching that area. That's a double distribution area that I'll be watching very closely on Monday, and you should as well. Hopefully we can break through that with the SPY, lead to some more great long side SPY option trades, various types from my perspective, and and of course the individual futures, which you guys saw were rip roaring this morning as well, Friday morning as well. So as we take a look at a couple other things now, armed with that information that I want to share. On a sector basis, one area that's been doing pretty well here right now is the airlines. If you feel like you've missed the airlines or you're still looking for opportunities in the airlines, one of the things that you can do is kind of come down to some of these ones that haven't quite taken off yet. Let's take a look at JetBlue. You can see this one's at falling resistance. Let's see if maybe it's going to break out beyond that as potential opportunity in that. So those are some ways to look at some individual things that maybe haven't taken off yet, literally and figuratively there, I suppose. But so the airlines have definitely gone ahead and done well. So make sure you're using sector scanner to stay up on which are the hottest instruments. What's hot, what's not. And always don't forget to sort that by your daily, weekly, or monthly algo score. You can use any of those different ones depending on whether you're a position trader, a swing trader, or more of a short-term trader. And rank those, and then grab the top couple there, and then hit the compare button, and you can always find the most interesting ones out there. All right. Now, as we take a look then, beyond this, let me bring us back over to the daily chart. So I want to show you here on the NASDAQ futures, you'll see a lot of resistance right up here as well. We kind of failed that into Friday's session there. Like I said, more distribution kicked in. So this is, proving itself to be a important resistance area. So we're seeing it on the NASDAQ there. And then again, we're seeing it, even longer term basis here with the SPY. Okay. So these are very important levels to go ahead and track going into Monday's session. But in the meantime, because what I'd like to do is I'd ultimately like to break these resistance levels on the NASDAQ futures, on the SPY, and have this start to take off to the upside, because that leads to these really incredible opportunities and runs. So that's why I was alongside trading here on Friday morning. So the one thing to keep in mind as you're near the U.S. Open, don't forget you get some of that volatility. Well, here's one of the ways you can actually clarify that volatility a little bit more. So if you were to turn on, for instance, the TRP Plus tool, this is a really important tool. This is a real nice one from my perspective. It gives you an initial entry, gives you a target 1, which by the way, we stopped right at target 1, you'll notice there for several bars. Then it broke out to target 2. Great. Okay, target 2 achieved. But then remember, what's exciting about target 2 is if you can push through it, pull back to it, and take back off, that can lead to what we call runaways. And that's exactly what went ahead and happened this morning. We already had the TRP crossover, really nice and bullish way back over here. It means that it can take a long side trade right off of this initial entry bar right over here, right? And then what ended up happening, it got up to the target 1, and then it exploded into the U.S. Open at target 2. But again, then it got real choppy. Well, what's nice is as it got choppy, it started holding target 2 as an actual support area and taking back off. And so right there is an absolutely incredible area to look for a long side trade when you're basically getting a fresh buy signal after confirming the support. Then it breaks above here and takes off. So real nice to have like the TRP plus tool there. And then of course if you use it with the options, what's nice is it will show up for you and give you some of the the underlying options plays there. So a couple things and keep in mind with this as well to identify things like those reverse inventory retracement bars, and as they're breaking out to the upside, you can go into the Wealth Charts platform there and go right over here like additional exclusive indicators and click the IRB reverse buy as an example, and apply that, and you'll see. So here it fired off that bar. It fires off right as that's happening. There it will generate that signal when it's breaking above that bar. So you already saw how you were pulling back, testing that support. Well, then looking for your next buy signal is a great way to get involved from my perspective. And this thing took off effectively 80 plus points up to the upside, about $1,600 a contract opportunity there in the NASDAQ future this morning. So as we take a look then, one thing you'll want to look out for then, and you can use this as a divergence indicator as well. So when you start making the higher highs in price, but you're making the lower highs in the indicator, that's where you can then actually start to get the reversals. Another thing keep in mind, you're looking for additional types of entries and re-entries in this process. When you get those red dots in an uptrend, remember, a red dot in the uptrend, that's not actually a sell signal, that's a fresh re-entry opportunity from my perspective. And you can see it had a nice little move up there of roughly 28 points there, $400 contract even from that area there. So some really neat things that you can do with the platform there. Some great ways to identify runaways. Do not forget, if you're looking for runaways, TRP is one of the best tools that are possibly out there. Plus, it's nice because the TRP also comes with the initial entry, the initial stop loss, target 1, target 2, and then helps identify the runaways. It's an extremely valuable tool. That's one of those tools that all traders can use from my perspective, not just the most advanced traders that use like the ITP tools and that. So really neat ways to apply a couple of things on top of each other, and I wanted to show you that as well. So in summary, make sure you're applying the right type of tools like the TRP, and make sure that going into Monday you are watching the key resistance on the NASDAQ, and make sure you're watching that key resistance. This is a SPY weekly chart here that's highlighting that distribution there. So make sure you're watching that key area to see if we can break through that to identify more areas where we might see more of those runaways. Okay? Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll look forward to going and seeing you next week here and beyond. And thanks for being the world's greatest students. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Bye-bye.